All right, let's talk about one of the biggest puzzles in business today. How do you take that absolute mountain of raw data you're collecting and turn it into smart, useful intelligence? It's really a journey from noise to clarity, and today we're going to map out the blueprint for it. I mean, seriously, it's a question a lot of us are facing. You've got spreadsheets, you've got databases, dashboards, all of them just overflowing with numbers. But here's the thing, just having data isn't the same as having answers. It's all just static until you figure out how to find the signal. And that, right there, is the million-dollar question. The real win is when you can build a solid bridge between what your data is saying and what your business should actually do. So let's walk through exactly how to build that bridge, step by step. So where do we even begin? Well, you might think it starts with some fancy software or a complex algorithm, but nope. It starts with a plan. Before you analyze a single thing, you have to justify the whole effort. You need to craft a compelling business case. Think of the business case as your project's master playbook. It's the document you take to the higher-ups to get that green light and, the funding. This isn't just about checking a box. It's your big argument for why this project is absolutely essential and how you're going to pull it off. A really great business case tells a whole story, and it breaks down into 6 key parts. You start with a big picture overview. Then you set clear boundaries with the scope. After that, you paint a picture of the pain with the current approach, and then you show them the glorious solution, the future approach. From there, it's all practical, the roadmap and costs. And finally, you hit them with the bottom line, the big why that makes it all worth it. Now, of all those steps, defining the scope is where so many projects just completely go off the rails. A clear scope statement is like a fence around your project. It says we are doing this and only this. It is your single best defense against those runaway projects that just keep getting bigger and bigger and never actually finish. A powerful business case is really just a good story. And the best part of that story is the contrast, that huge difference between the frustrations of right now and the promise of a much, much better tomorrow. So this current approach section, it's basically your before picture. And you've got to be brutally honest here. What are the hidden costs of bad data? How much time are people wasting on manual reports? This is where you lay out all the pain points that make your project a must-have, not just a nice-to-have. And this contrast is the absolute heart of your argument. On one side, you've got the world as it is now, costly, inefficient, maybe a little chaotic. And on the other side, you're proposing this new world, a future where the benefits you get from clear, accessible data totally blow away the cost of getting there. So, what kind of benefits are we talking about? Well, they're tangible, they're powerful. You get to have a single version of the truth, which just means everyone in the company is finally working from the same set of facts. You can boost sales because you actually understand your customers. You can cut costs by fixing errors at the source, and ultimately, you end up with happier customers who stick around. Okay, so you did it. Your project got approved. Awesome. Now the real fun begins. We're moving from planning to actually playing with the data. Let's dig into the techniques analysts use to, basically interrogate data and uncover all its hidden stories. So here we've got the fundamental moves in a data analyst's toolkit. Think of them as different lenses you can use to examine your data: slice, dice, drill down, and roll up. Each one is just a different way of asking questions to get your data to talk. Let's take a closer look at a few of them. First up, drill down. Let's say you see that your national sales numbers are down. Okay, that's a clue. But where's the problem actually hiding? To find out, you drill down. You become a data detective, right? You follow the trail from the national level to a region, to a state, to a city, all the way down to a single store's transactions. It's the only way to find the real root cause of a problem. Roll up is the exact opposite. Now you're zooming out from the details to see the bigger picture. You start with something small, like sales from individual cities, and you roll them up into a statewide total. This is how you spot the larger patterns and trends that are completely invisible when you're stuck down in the weeds. And finally, we have slice and dice. Okay, imagine all your data is one big cube. Slicing is when you take one thin little slice of that cube to focus on, like sales for just one product in just one region. Dicing, on the other hand, is when you rotate that whole cube to look at it from a different angle, like comparing that same product sales across all the different regions. So, to pull this all together, let's wrap up with some essential, super practical advice. Getting this stuff right really comes down to knowing what to do, what to avoid, and what tools can help you get there. It all boils down to a few simple but powerful rules. Here's a huge do. Design your system for exploration. Give people the raw data so they can roll up and drill down and find things for themselves. And here's the biggest don't. Avoid building rigid, static reports. Your goal should always be discovery, not just documentation. And of course, you need the right tools for the job. The world of BI software has everything from simple query tools for asking quick, on-the-fly questions, all the way up to really sophisticated data mining platforms that are designed to find those deep, complex patterns you never even knew were there. So we've covered the whole blueprint, from building the business case to interrogating the data. And that really brings us to the final and most important question you should be asking yourself. With the right plan, the right techniques, and the right tools in your hands, what incredible story is your data just waiting to tell?